Well, we've made it this far, so why not throw another race in? Race 24 of Heats Day as we bring Saturday the 5th of November here at the Rotax Max Euro Golden Trophy to a close in terms of the racing action. Let's take you through the grid one final time for Heat 3 for DD2 Masters. So far, it's been one win apiece for the man on pole position, Martinas Stankiewicz from Lithuania. He'll be joined once again by Krzysztof Kapitan on the front row. We've also got Timo Haug and Christoph Adams on row 2. Karl Klebor, who picked up the first heat win of the day, starts on P5 and has Mikolas Mazinas alongside. Michael Becker, bent back axle. Looks like the kart is running up to full speed again. He starts 7th ahead alongside Sebastian Humpelhardt with Dominic Hummels and Henry Yildiz running out the 10-strong grid. They go onto their official formation lap ahead of 10 minutes plus an additional lap of racing. So, one win apiece between Martinas Stankiewicz and Karl Klebor. Now, if Karl Klebor takes the victory, he goes to the top of the ranking after heats. However, Karl Klebor has a first and a third. Martinas Stankiewicz has a first and a second. So this race will be pivotal to decide who will be our ranking after the heats leader going into tomorrow. They might be the smallest grid in terms of numbers, but they do provide us just as much excitement, and we have seen that today here, especially in the first heat. So, red lights on the gantry for one final time for the 24th and final heat of the 2022 Euro Golden Trophy. The drivers now accelerate, revs rise. Are we ready? Are we steady? Lights are out first time. Good start by Stankiewicz as Christoph Adams instantly switches to the inside of Christoph Kapitan, trying to get through in for third position. Kapitan stays in third, but Mikolas Mazinas looks to have gotten through into fourth place ahead of the 555 from the Netherlands. Sebastian Humpelhardt ahead of Karl Klebor. And Daniel looks like, yep, Sebastian Humpelhardt sends it up the inside past Christoph Adams through turn 7 off of the Europalan. Doing what he can to just pull away early, get clear, get the job done, and go into tomorrow's pre-final at 12:40 local time. Trying to get through on Christoph Adams, but he's got Michael Becker to his right-hand side, well, just about behind him. And Michael Becker will not want to have the dramas that he suffered in the second heat at the hands of the accidental sideways and then stop moment through turn 12. With Christoph Kapitan, Mikolas Mazinas goes through on the inside of the Frenchman. So does Germany's Sebastian Humpelhardt. Trying to close on in on Mazinas for third place. Gets close in the braking zone. And now Humpelhart sends it up the inside, gets through. Wasn't enough room for Christophe Capitan to get through either. So threading the eye of the needle. There's Humpelhart. Becker now looking at the inside of Clervaux through into turn 10, backs out of it. Clervaux keeps pinned to the outside. And he allowed Dominic Hummels to get through. Dominic Hummels tries to get the run coming out of turn 12 on Michael Becker. Christophe Adams still keeping out of Carl Clervaux, who's yet to get away past his lengthy adversary. Sounds like a rivalry is emerging, but there always has been a rivalry between these two. They're both trying out, well, Christophe Adams tries to outdo everybody, and convincingly does so with regards to his sense of humour, let's say. Eccentric is probably an understatement. Carl's more the mild-mannered, quiet type that lets his racing on the track do the talking. Sebastian Humpelhart now going into battle with countryman Timo Haug. 575 on the Parolin chassis. Now Humpelhart looking up the inside and even gets through before they hit the apex at turn 7. Off of the Europlan. So good work there by Sebastian Humpelhart. And he was the quickest, he's been the quickest driver out there. And last time round it was a 53.037. 3.5 tenths quicker than the race leader, who now he's going to start to chase down. 5.5 minutes to go plus an additional lap. Martina Stankovic still continues to lead the way. Carl Clervaux has finally got past Christophe Adams and now will start giving chase. Oh, right, Sebastian Humpelhart, naughty, naughty, very naughty, has just got a 3-second time penalty handed to him due to 2 wheels out of the tram lines on the race start. So broke formation. Just continues to lead proceedings comfortably. Michael Becker puts in the fastest lap of the race, the first driver to dip under the 55-second barrier, 54.973, and he's got a good run on Christophe Adams coming out of turn 12. In the background, well, he's just got past him. That was a nice move by Becker, based out of Hagen in Germany, and an hour south of Düsseldorf. Also, the man who used to be on the spanners in this paddock, Marcel Schirmer, needs a little bit of a shout out as well. Now actually runs the Motortrom Hagen. Signed in place of one of the legend Terry Fullerton's greatest racing, well, his most challenging race, having interviewed Terry a long, long time ago. When Ellie DeAngelis was the Ayami factory driver. 3 minutes and 30 seconds plus an additional lap still to go. Stankovic still has a 7/10 of a second lead. And as the way things stand, Sebastian Humpelhart will be dumped down to at least 6th position if they stay the way they are. It just depends on how quickly those behind start to try and close on in. Timo Haug seems to be dropping into the clutches of Nicolas Mazinas and Christophe Capitan. There's the number 575 still holding on to 3rd place at the moment as we head into the final 3 minutes, plus an additional lap of this race, and also of the heat stay itself. different glittery flashes on that comp kart livery. And that's from the blue, not the fluorescent yellow. That's our panel. 5:26. Tankovic still has a lead. It's just gone underneath 0.7 of a second as Sebastian Humpelhardt has now clawed a gap over Timo Haug to the tune of nearly 1.6 seconds. So even with that, around about 6th place, which is where Carl Clément is at the moment. Now Mazinas lining up. Oh, a little bit of a touch behind. There's a little bit of a slight kiss between two bumpers, one front and one rear. Between Nicolas Mazinas and Timo Haug. Now Carl Clément has caught up, and caught up big time. Carl Clément for the last 2 laps has gone into the 54.8s. Fastest lap of the race so far by the driver in 2nd position, Sebastian Humpelhardt, who on this particular occasion was nearly 2.5 of a second quicker than the race leader. Gap now under 4.5 tenths. So even if Sebastian Humpelhardt wins on the road, Martinas Tankovičius will end up as the race winner anyway, and that will put him on provisional pole for the pre-final at 1 p.m. CET. That's local time here in Belgium. So we go on to what's going to be our penultimate lap. Lap number 11 out of 12 underway, and there is a 4-kart train being led by Timo Haug with Nicolas Mazinas, Christophe Capitain and Carl Clément. Someone has yet to pull the trigger. It might happen on the last lap. Carl Clément, quickest of everybody in the top 6. But Michael Becker goes slightly quicker, but he's a second adrift. Here's Christophe Capitain. Carl Clément sends it up the inside. That was on Nicolas Mazinas. So Mazinas now drops down a further position or 2, and there are the 2 leaders. Humpelhardt versus Tankovičius. Last lap is underway. Oh, Humpelhardt forces it up the inside through turn 3 on Martinas Tankovičius. But Tankovičius is going to, well, nearly return the favour through turn 6. Humpelhardt kept it tight to the apex. A bit of silence, and all of a sudden, here comes Sebastian Humpelhardt up the inside of Martinas Tankovičius. On the road, he'll think, well, yes, I am the winner, but then the penalty will decide otherwise. 2 more corners to go. And Carl Clément will more than likely finish in 5th place. But out of the final corner, he will win on the road, but due to the time penalty, it is going to be Martinas Tankovičius that will be promoted to the race victory, thereby putting him onto pole position for tomorrow's pre-final. Timo Haug rounds out the, well, I'm going to say this. Sebastian Humpelhardt will not finish in 2nd. 3-second penalty drops him down to 4th. So it would be Martinas Tankovičius, Timo Haug and Christophe Capitain that would be your top 3. Ahead of Sebastian Humpelhardt, Michael Becker will complete the top 5. Carl Clément in 6th. Ahead of Nicolas Mazinas, Christophe Adams, Dominic Hummels and Tanja Yildiz all making it. So for the first of the 3 heats, all 10 drivers have made it to the checkered. And Sebastian Humpelhardt comes through into shot, so does Martinas Tankovičius. Sebastian Humpelhardt, winner on the road, but will be demoted to 4th position. So effectively that makes Martinas Tankovičius the provisional de facto race winner, ahead of Timo Haug, Christophe Capitain, with Humpelhardt demoted to 4th. Michael Becker in 5th, Carl Clément in 6th, ahead of Nicolas Mazinas, Christophe Adams, Dominic Hummels and Tanja Yildiz. All 10 drivers making it to the checkered. Final highlights reel here, this time for DD2 Masters. A nice little wave from Martinas Stankiewicz from Lithuania. And a nice wave as he exited out of the pre-grid from Tanu Yildiz, the nicest racer you could ever want to meet. The drivers would then make their way through in towards the start phase ahead of 10 minutes plus an additional lap of racing around the 1,360 meter circuit. The lights went out, we got underway, and Christophe Capitaine was trying to go toe-to-toe, side pod to side pod with Timo Haug, but then Christoph Adams tried the oldest trick of the book, looking to launch it up the inside. He would go tight on the apex, but then Christophe Capitaine will pull alongside to the outside, and then Nicolas Mazinas getting sideways, giving Christophe Capitaine a bit of a fright, and then Sebastian Rumpelhart took complete 100% advantage of that. Rumpelhart would then be pinged for a 3-second time penalty for leaving the tram lines with 2 wheels outside of them, but that was the move that took him into second position. As he went chasing after Martinas Stankiewicz, Christophe Capitaine would be battling away with Nicolas Mazinas and Timo Haug for third place at that point, which would then later become second. And then Carl Clebot trying to make a resurgence through the field, but it wasn't going to be the way for the man known as De Backer. Sebastian Rumpelhart very cheekily sent it up the inside from absolutely nowhere on Stankiewicz through turn 3 to take the race lead. Despite his best efforts, he would come out of the final corner first on the road, but the timing says otherwise as Martinas Stankiewicz would take the win.